Morning team, we're on the team bus again. We are on day 2. We have more filming on the cards today. We're actually splitting up into 2 separate groups. Half the team is going to Powerbuilding.com, half the team is going to a gym nearby, which is where I'll be going. We get some good footage and keep you posted on the way.
I didn't know that I could want you so deep until I saw you with someone who's not me.
Not something you see every day in Sydney, that's for sure.
We got some mountains.
Alright, so just roll up to Axiom. We are with the A team. This is the better half of the group, of course. This is our office for the day. Okay, so I've just been given the tap on the shoulder that I need to go and warm up because it's going to be my turn to shoot very soon. So this is where I need to start pumping up again like I did yesterday. The thing about preparing for a shoot in this fashion is that because we're shooting day after day after day, it's important that I obviously maintain some form of appearance. You know, I want to make sure that for those couple of days I'm looking as best as I possibly can. So it's important not to change too much. Peaking for a specific show or an event does allow you to cater things and make them more specific to the scenario, but because I need to look good for pretty much 3 or 4 days in a row, I need to make sure that essentially I don't change too much. So I have reduced my fiber somewhat to just help with eliminating any issues with bloating that I might have. But other than that, the main thing is I'm keeping my carbs fairly high, even at the expense of some protein, just to help with maintaining a pump while we're shooting, as well as staying very, very well hydrated. A lot of people forget that the muscle is actually made up predominantly of water, and if you cut water before a show or before a shoot, you're going to struggle to get a pump. So make sure, if you are wanting to look your best, I mean, the best thing to do is literally just an extension of what you do every single day. If you're looking fantastic a week or 2 weeks out from a show or a shoot, there's really no reason that any changes you make should affect that, other than potentially enhance them by maybe incorporating a carb load or something. As I said, because we're shooting a couple of days in a row, today it's just about keeping things as consistent as possible. Again, I've carved up this morning, I've had some sodium as well to help the water that I'm drinking essentially get into my muscles and make sure that I've got a good pump on.
Peaceful lighting. I don't actually look like that, it's just the lighting.
So shooting round 1 is over. We are just chilling in the room, waiting for a spot of lunch. That'll be good. So in the meantime, I'm actually going to take the opportunity to get some work done. One of the things that I really struggle to do when traveling is actually stay on top of my emails and stay on top of responding to clients and making sure that they're looked after. So whenever I do get an opportunity to make sure that I'm staying on top of things, I like to try and take it, because otherwise those emails tend to build up on me, and before I know it, I've got hundreds and hundreds of emails waiting to be responded to. So we've got a couple of hours now, or have had a couple of hours between sort of shoot 1 and shoot 2, so knocking off a few of those before getting back into the gym. I think we're going to be filming some exercises and a little bit tutorial type stuff later on, so I'll keep you posted. Food time!
Yeah, this looks amazing.
Bento bowls of peace.
Well, no, this is rice.
Yeah, this
Rice
one's
is meat.
white rice. And then low carb chicken.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
Taking
they're all
rice,
teriyaki.
because carbs. So emails can take a break for a second. I've done precisely 1 more email since I took the last video. Not exactly productive, but this looks good. With my food again, just a stock standard sort of meal, I'm probably going to avoid most of the veggies because I don't need to have anything extra in my stomach which might contribute to bloating or isn't actively providing me with more fuel to train and look good with, you know. Obviously vegetables are a type of carb, but considering they're majority fibrous carbs, they don't do a great deal in terms of helping you to pump and helping you really squeeze and essentially suck your stomach in as hard as you can to look as lean as possible. So I'm going to flick the veggies, chicken and rice with some teriyaki sauce for a few extra grams of carbs and sugar, and hopefully that'll have me looking as good as possible for round 2. Winning. Okay, so one of the things that can be very tricky to stay on top of and manipulate when you're shooting or maybe you're on show day is to make sure that you're getting enough carbs to look nice and full and get a really good pump and look your best basically on camera. and obviously avoiding looking flat or spilling over. So looking flat is typically the expression you use to describe when you haven't quite got enough carbs or muscle glycogen in your system, and maybe your muscles aren't looking as full and as round as you might like. Whereas spilling over tends to refer to the process of eating too many carbs to the point where maybe you start to look bloated and hold a little bit of extra water. Now when we eat carbs, typically with those carbs comes water. So if we do end up overeating, then chances are it's going to show on the photos. So obviously we need to make sure in the lead up to a shoot or a show day we don't essentially shoot ourselves in the foot by overeating and giving ourselves too much of a deficit to have to jump into ahead of the shoot in order to get there, but also not undereat to the extent where you look really flat and small and you can't even get a pump in front of the camera or when you're on stage. So today what I've noticed is after eating some lunch, I'm feeling pretty flat at the moment, like quite tired, and in hindsight I probably haven't eaten enough carbs. I got a really good pump going for the first session or the first photo shoot today, but between I guess the last hour or so I've just started to come back down, and I put my foot in my fitness pal, and sure enough I haven't even touched half of my daily carbs. So the only thing that I could find today so far to help with that, Powerade. Now these are good for hydrating you as they claim, but what they tend not to advertise too much is that they've also got near 40 grams of sugar or carbs in the drink. Now I'm sort of drinking that whilst I'm about to start pumping up, hoping that's going to get a little bit more sugar, a little more carbs into my system, into my muscles, so I don't feel quite so flat and I start to look a little bit fuller. Liquid calories too also have the huge advantage of not taking up too much space in your stomach. So minimizing fiber is a big one, and obviously minimizing food volume in general as well, simply because you don't want to have food in your stomach when you're trying to tense and flex your abs really hard, because well, there's not much space to tense and flex your abs really hard if your stomach's full of food. So I'm going to continue to down my Powerade, see if I can get some footage warming up, and then we're going to go into some, I believe, exercise tutorial stuff. So just waiting for Yana to finish up now. It's absolutely freezing here. We've been sitting still for a couple of hours, so really struggling to actually get a pump going, even with my my Powerade. So I just jumped on a cross trainer. The intention of getting the blood flowing as much as possible. The warmer your body temperature, the better the blood will flow. Essentially, the more dilated your veins will be, which means that you'll get a better pump when you're much warmer. Next time you train, take note. You'll find that you look the leanest and you look the most vascular when you're warm. So you'll see, still actually wearing my hoodie, because the warmer I get, the sooner I get warm, the better I'll start to look. So the thing that actually goes on behind the scenes when we all do a photo shoot is that we all try and find the most advantageous lighting and just take a whole bunch of photos.
It's right here.
It's like a social media stockpiling opportunity.
Yeah. Oh wait, since you're here, come here. How to get contact? Yeah, get in. I'll get one with you. Someone come on this side. Someone come on this side.
We're getting a selfie of a selfie here.
Should I do a few reps? Might be ready. Awesome.
So that's a wrap for day 2 shooting. Of course, there is still the mandatory snow photo to go, which I think everyone is looking forward
You're gonna
to.
die, man. You're gonna make it back.
It's minus 12 today. We've got to get a photo in the snow. That's not fair.
Yeah. How y'all feeling? Cold.
That's
a rat. That's a rat.
So we just go back to the room. We caught an Uber back from the Axiom gym. Really, really cool day. Probably the happiest I've been with any photos I've done. The lighting was peaceful. If only I could grab that lighting and take it with me everywhere, because really awesome. The photographer was really easy to work with, really good direction, which if you guys have ever done a photo shoot, you would know it's very difficult to do if you aren't given much direction. If you're not quite sure what the photographer is looking for, it makes things very difficult. So it was a really good experience. The last 2 days have been pretty cool. Pretty cool. I've had a lot of fun. Made some good friends, and we've got the rest of the afternoon to ourselves now before heading to LA in the morning. Nice, gentle start, fortunately. So tonight we've got Secret Santa, which we're going to do as a team, and I think we're probably going to grab dinner afterwards. There's a nice restaurant downstairs, and I think I'm due for a steak. So I've still got plenty of macros to play with for today. Tomorrow is the day before the show, so basically what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is probably pulling my macros ever so slightly, just to make sure that I tighten up a little bit before carving up the following day. Now, I haven't run a full peak week, but I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to hit some light cardio tonight, maybe just 20 minutes, just to help with a slightly larger calorie deficit both today and tomorrow. And then hopefully get one final session in tomorrow at Gold's, because when in LA, may as well take advantage. So we get up tomorrow. Our flight is at 11:30, so I might do some cardio in the morning, and then by the time we get to LA, we'll check in to our hotel, and then I should have a few hours in which I can sort of chill out, maybe get some more groceries for the last few days, and get a workout in at Gold's, maybe see if there are a few people around that maybe want to come and get a lift in. So we'll do that, and then the following day is show day, so we're getting close. We're getting very close. I think we get to tan tomorrow night as well, which will be fun. I haven't competed in over 2.5 years. I haven't had comp tan on me for over 2.5 years, and I haven't done a whole lot of posing in 2.5 years. So show day is going to be interesting. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. It's like I said, it's been a while since I've been on stage, so I'm looking forward to the experience, and yeah, I guess, just like I said, I'm a little bit nervous about it too, but it should be fun once we're up there with a great bunch of guys. So that always helps, particularly because there is a bit of stage time where we're all together on the stage. So that'll be fun to spend some time with the guys up there and have a bit of fun and to see what we can do. I think Steve Cook is one of the hosts, so that should make things a little bit easier considering we've hung out in the past. So yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm actually super tired. I think a combination of jet lag and several hours of posing and squeezing and flexing takes it out of you. I always forget how demanding a photo shoot is. It seems ridiculous, I know, because you're just taking photos, but the amount of concentration and effort that goes into squeezing muscles consistently for hours takes it out of you. So I'm not going to do any more training today apart from that cardio, and then wake up again tomorrow, do it all again. Thanks for watching, guys.